Hey everyone, welcome to America Current Affairs. Right now, across the United Kingdom, a truly terrifying warning has just gone out. A direct danger to life. Today we're going to break down the story of Storm Goretti, a monster of a storm that is literally bringing an entire country to its knees.
Okay, let's set the scene. It's Friday, January 9th, 2026, and for millions of people all across the UK, this was not just another winter day. No way. This was the day a massive, and I mean enormous weather system showed up, ready to unleash total chaos from the very southern tip of Cornwall all the way up to the hills of Scotland.
And this one number tells you everything you need to know. 99 miles per hour. Just think about that for a second. That is faster than a cheetah running at full sprint. This wasn't just some strong wind, you know. This was a signal of the raw, incredible power building up inside this storm. A kind of force that people in this part of the world haven't seen for over 30 years.
So, you might be asking, how did one storm cause so much chaos? Well, here's how we're going to break it all down for you. First up, we'll talk about that super rare red alert. Then, we'll dive right into the heart of Gordy's fury. After that, we'll see how the chaos just spread across the whole UK, look at the massive cleanup effort, and finally, we'll ask, what happens next?
All right, let's jump right into it. Section 1, that red alert. So when the experts issue a warning like that, the highest one possible, what does it actually mean?
Okay, and this is so important to understand. A red warning, it's not just, hey, it's gonna be a bit windy. No, this is the highest, most serious alert they can possibly issue. It's basically the experts screaming from the rooftops that the weather is gonna be so extreme that there is a real, significant danger to your life. The message is simple. You need to act right now to keep yourself and your family safe.
And get this, Storm Goretti wasn't just about the wind. The Met Office, that's the UK's weather service, they actually called it a multi-hazard event. So while the Southwest was bracing for these life-threatening winds, a huge part of the country, like Wales and the Midlands, was getting hammered by an amber warning for heavy snow. And then on top of all that, you had yellow warnings for rain and ice pretty much everywhere else. It was like a full-scale attack on all fronts.
Okay, now for part 2, Goretti's fury. Let's go right to the epicenter of the storm's power. We're talking about the southwest of England, the place where the wind was at its absolute most destructive.
Just look at these official numbers. I mean, they're staggering. 99 miles per hour on the Isles of Scilly, 90 in Culdros. To put that in perspective, that's as fast as a high-speed train. And then you have these anecdotal reports, so not official, but people on the ground were saying they saw gusts hit an absolutely unbelievable 127 miles per hour. A wind that strong doesn't just, knock over a few garbage cans. It literally tears buildings apart.
And that's exactly what started happening. The storm's fury became terrifyingly real. In Penzance, people watched in shock as the wind literally ripped huge chunks of the roof right off the main grandstand of the Cornish Pirates rugby stadium. It wasn't just the big stuff either. The storm didn't care. In a small village called Delabole, a Christmas train display that the whole community loved just completely wrecked by the winds. That's kind of sad, really. A perfect symbol of how this storm just destroyed whatever was in its path.
And then you have the really personal stories. In Falmouth, a university student's car was just crushed, completely flattened, when these massive trees just snapped like twigs and came crashing down on top of it. It's just a brutal reminder of how close the danger really was for so many people.
All right, Section 3, chaos across the UK. Because this wasn't just a problem in the Southwest. Oh no. The storm's crazy split personality, wind and snow, was causing absolute chaos across the entire country, bringing everyday life to a complete standstill. And this slide just shows that split personality perfectly. Down in the Southwest, it was all about that furious wind. It knocked out power to over 40,000 homes in Cornwall alone. But if you go a little farther north, it was a totally different beast. The Midlands and parts of the north got buried in a blizzard. We're talking up to 10 inches of snow in some spots, the worst they'd seen in a decade. Entire villages were just cut off from the world.
So, as you can imagine, this 1-2 punch of wind and snow just paralyzed the country's travel network. In Cornwall, major roads like the A30 were completely blocked by fallen trees. Train lines? Forget about it. The main route from Plymouth to Penzance was totally suspended. And over in the Midlands, the snow got so bad that Birmingham Airport had to shut down for a while. Thousands of people were just stuck.
So once the worst of the storm finally started to move on, You could really see the scale of the destruction it left behind, and that's when the next phase began, the big cleanup. And let me tell you, this was a massive and pretty dangerous job for the emergency crews. And this quote here from Roisin Quinn at the National Grid, it really paints a picture of what they were up against. It wasn't as simple as, oh, let's just go fix a wire. No. Her teams had to battle through fallen trees, heavy snow, and even stranded cars just to reach the places that needed help. It was just a monumental challenge.
But these crews worked around the clock, and by midday Friday, they'd already gotten the power back on for almost 170,000 homes. That number is just huge. It shows you not only the scale of the damage, but the incredible effort from all those engineers. But still, for thousands of families, the waiting, in the cold, and the dark, it wasn't over yet.
And you know, the danger doesn't just disappear when the wind stops howling. The Met Office had some really clear, simple advice for everyone. Step 1, stay away. If you see a fallen electrical cable, do not touch it. Step 2, be alert. Walls, trees, things could be unstable and could fall at any moment. And step 3, which is maybe the most important of all, check in. Check on your neighbors, especially those who might be vulnerable. Make sure they're okay.
Okay, so as the cleanup gets underway, two big questions start to pop up. First, what happens right now, in the immediate future? And second, what does a superstorm like this tell us about the bigger picture of our changing weather?
And this is the question that's on everyone's mind, right? Was Storm Goretti just a one-off, a total freak of nature? Or is this the new normal? Are these super powerful, multi-threat storms going to become something we just have to get used to?
Well, to even begin to answer that, scientists are looking to the past. And this chart is actually fascinating. What it shows is that financial losses from storms in Europe kind of goes up and down in these long cycles that last for decades. So scientists are now digging in, trying to figure out why. What drives these patterns? Is it pollution, volcanic eruptions? They're trying to understand the past so they can better predict if the next cycle is going to be even worse.
But here's the crucial thing for right now. The danger isn't over yet, not by a long shot. Even as everyone is cleaning up from Goretti, the Met Office has already issued a new yellow warning, this time for snow and ice hitting Scotland and Northern England on Sunday. So the risk of icy roads, more travel delays, and even more power cuts, it just continues.
And that really leaves us with one final big thought. You know, the storm itself is over. The news headlines will move on to the next thing. But for thousands and thousands of people whose homes were damaged, whose businesses were wrecked, for them, the long, hard road to recovery is just beginning. And it really makes you wonder, what does it actually take for a community to put itself back together after being hit by the full force of Mother Nature?
Thanks so much for watching. If you want to keep up with more deep dives into the events that are shaping our world, please be sure to subscribe to American Current Affairs. We'll see you in the next one.